Hi guys, welcome to another much needed makeup chore day. It has been way too long since I did one of these videos and I have quite the chore list that is piling up. I have products that need repressing, products that need fixing, brushes that need washing, and I also wanted to update you guys on my little mini end of year non-makeup project pan that I'm doing. It's a very casual project pan, but I introduced it in my last reset day vlog, and so I wanted to give you guys a little update on that. Anyway, really excited to get a bunch of things checked off the list today, but first I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Sleep & Glow. I am so excited to be working with Sleep & Glow because they make my absolute favorite pillows, and they are actually having their biggest sale of the year right now for Black Friday, all the way until November 30th. This is the Sleep & Glow Omnia pillow, and on it I have the copper pillowcase that they make, so I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, but Nathan actually has one back there as well. We are both diehard fans of these pillows. That one I have been sleeping on for the past like 2 years, but they sent me this one for this video, and so I gave him my old one, and he was so happy because he used to steal my pillow. If I was ever like out of town or something, he would just sleep on my pillow because he liked it so much more than his. So now we both have them. We're very happy about it. Okay, time for a little backstory. I used to be a diehard stomach sleeper. Like since the day I was born, I was a stomach sleeper. I eventually found out that sleeping on your stomach actually isn't really the best for your neck and your back, and I could tell because I would keep waking up with just stiffness or with a crick in my neck so often, and I tried so hard to break the habit and become a side sleeper. Tried all these different pillows. Nothing really worked until I tried the Omnia pillow, and I wasn't even necessarily expecting this to fix my problems, but the great thing about this pillow, if you are also trying to train yourself to stop sleeping on your stomach, is that it actually kind of makes it difficult to sleep on your stomach. So I was finally able to train myself, or really I should say this pillow trained me, to sleep on my side because it's just designed to make side sleeping actually really comfortable. And I never found side sleeping comfortable with regular pillows. So the Omni pillow is made of a really high quality memory foam material, and the unique thing about it is the shape. So as you can see, it has these two little cradles on either side, and when you sleep on your side, it essentially allows the side of your face to be floating in the air, basically, because it's not coming in contact with the pillow. And the reason for that is to prevent sleep wrinkles. If you're sleeping on your side on a regular pillow, your face is most likely pressing against the pillow all night, and it can cause wrinkles and creasing to form. So I really like that the pillow is designed to keep all that pressure off my facial skin. I spend so much time caring for my skin, and I really don't want the 8 to 9 hours I spend sleeping every night to cause further damage to my skin. So this has been a game changer for me. Really, like I said, my favorite thing about it is that it is so comfortable. I so rarely wake up with a crick in my neck now, whereas it used to be at least a weekly thing. And on mine I have the copper pillowcase. Nathan has just their original pillowcase on his. They're both made of tencel, but the copper one is actually threaded with copper fibers, which copper actually has natural antimicrobial properties. It helps with preventing acne breakouts and inflammation on your skin. So if you're in the market for a new pillow, or if you know of somebody who this might make a great gift for the holidays, I cannot say enough good things about Sleep & Glow. Definitely recommend checking them out. Click the link in my description box to check out their Black Friday sale, which is going on through the end of November. And also don't forget to use my discount code SarahRose for 15% off your order. Thank you so much to Sleep & Glow for sponsoring today's video. I have all these things I need to do, like life admin things. For example, I have to get my driver's license renewed because it expires in a month. I have to like re-sign up for health insurance. There's like a few other things like that I just have to do, like appointments I need to make, phone calls I need to make, that kind of thing. I just need to have like a life admin day to just do all of that, because I will feel so much better when I get all these things done, and if I get them all done at once, that would be amazing. I won't lie, you guys, I'm feeling a little in over my head about Vlogmas, mainly because I haven't really pre-filmed a whole lot. My plan is still to do the same thing that I did last year, which is 12 uploads, 12 days in a row. Usually with Vlogmas, I pre-film like maybe a week's worth of content, and then the rest of it, I completely wing. Like, I just kind of film and edit the day before, basically, and do that every day. And so I've just kind of accepted that that's what's going to end up happening anyway. And I'm just gonna enjoy the process. Like, I love filming videos, so I'm just gonna like enjoy filming a bunch of videos and then editing them. Like, it's definitely going to take up a lot of time for sure. I'll probably be staying up late a lot, but you know, it'll be fun. It'll be an adventure. And you know, if I miss a day, maybe I could post a short that day instead. If I have to miss a day, I might just post like some kind of short. I'm not sure, like maybe just a little, maybe just a quick get ready with me or like something. I don't know. But yeah, that, you know what? That's a good plan. That's a good plan. I'm going to promise 12 videos in a row, but there's a chance 1 or 2 of those might end up having to be replaced by a short rather than a long. But the good news is shorts have actually been, they just increased the length of shorts. You can now post up to 3-minute long shorts on YouTube. So my substitute short could even be, you know, 3 minutes long. That's like a decent length of just chit-chatting. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so these are the 4 products that I want to tend to today. 2 of them need fixing and 2 of them need repressing. So, as you can probably see here, this Makeup Revolution eyeshadow completely shattered. I received this in a lovely PR package from Makeup Revolution. It came with 4 palettes. This is the one I decided was the most me. I think this palette is called the True Icon. I just dumped that shadow everywhere. It's okay, we're gonna dump it all out. But I thought this palette looked lovely for warm tones, which you know I'm all about. So I'm excited to play with this once I fix that shadow. I've just kind of set it aside to fix next time I did one of these. Today's the day. I also need to repress my, seriously need to repress my Covergirl Clean Fresh Press powder. It's gotten really hard to reach the powder even with a small brush, so I'm going to just repress it in the center so that I can use up every last bit. Excited to be able to add that to my yearly empties as well. Another thing that'll be going into my yearly empties is the Minori lip gloss in the shade Cozy. I need to take the stopper out of this. As you can see, there's a lot of gloss caught up under the stopper and in the very bottom here that I would like to get out and use so that I can put this with the rest of my yearly empties. I love using up lip glosses. I feel like they're one of the makeup products that I am best at using up, and so I just always feel really good getting to move one of those out. And then the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick. This is broken. I love this. This is in the shade Copper Chic, but as you can see, the stick falls right out. So I'm gonna try and, oh, I didn't realize it wasn't actually broken. It just kind of slid out of the bottom. Okay, well, we'll see what to do about that. Okay, I was trying to find a container to dump this broken shadow into, but I couldn't find one small enough, so instead I grabbed a piece of paper and I'm gonna just dump it onto here. Oh my gosh, it's like falling out. I have this closed right now and it's falling out the back hinge. Okay, wow. Trying to make it land on the paper. Ooh, that looks like such a pretty shadow. It's almost like a multi-chrome, or at least a duochrome. I'll confess, you guys, sometimes I can't quite tell the difference between a duochrome and a multi-chrome, like visually. I feel like the line is kind of blurry between the two. This is a super soft, creamy shadow, so I can see why it broke. Okay, so I dumped all of that loose shadow and dusted everything off onto this piece of paper. So first get it all in the middle. Now I'm just kind of roughly crushing this up. This is such a creamy shadow. I almost think you could dry repress this, but I'm gonna use some alcohol just because I want to make sure it stays together. Alright, now I'm just taking some isopropyl alcohol. Oh no, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay. I'm gonna cover up all the other shades so they don't get alcohol on them, and then I'm just gonna spray. This is 70% isopropyl alcohol. Then I'm gonna take those same paper towels, and then I just found a square shaped makeup item that looks about the same size as the pan. Actually, it might not be small enough. I'm gonna use instead, yeah, the other one wasn't quite getting deep enough in there. And I'm just soaking up as much of that alcohol as I can get. Okay. So now I'm just going to clean up. There were definitely some little bits of shadow that were lost along the way, but you know what? That's okay. I was able to salvage most of it. Okay, that shade is good as new. It looks beautiful. I cannot wait to use that along with the rest of the palette. So I'm gonna let this dry. Okay, next thing, also going to be repressing this the lazy way, which may just be my new method, honestly, because it's just as good. You just have to be a little more careful. So actually, first what I'm going to do, I'm cleaning off this layer of gunk. The nice thing is, there is really not very much powder left in here, so this really should be pretty easy. It's just not a whole lot to deal with. Okay, I made a pile in the middle of the pan, and now we spray. What I'm going to do is scrape it all together into a blob and then press it in the middle. Okay, it looks kind of funny, but hear me out. It also kind of looks like a rose. Does it not? Like with the swirly pattern from the paper towel? Next chore, let's remove this stopper. I'm going to simply sanitize my scissor blades. By the way, highly recommend keeping a little spray bottle of isopropyl alcohol on your vanity if you have a vanity or like in your bathroom, because it is so handy for sanitizing things like tweezers, nail clippers, makeup spatulas, the tools I use to repress things, brush handles, makeup packaging, you name it. And I'm just going to take the end of my scissors and boom. All right, there is our stopper. Oh, that's so satisfying. Alright, the last thing, I don't even quite know how to fix this. I'm thinking maybe what happened is, as this has gotten older, maybe it's shrunk just a little bit, because it didn't break from the base, which is what happens sometimes with like lipsticks. It's happened to me before with lip liners as well, but this, it really, ooh. Is that? Okay, I stuck it back down into the little base. And it has these ridges on the side that look like they're intended to kind of keep it there. Okay, well, I was anticipating having to do more of a surgery on this, but that actually seems to have worked just fine, because it is also twisting up still and back down. That was the issue before, like it wasn't attached to the base of the twist up mechanism. So anyway, yay, glad to have that back in working order again. It just makes you less likely to reach for a product when there's something, you know, when it's broken or when there's something else wrong with it. It's a lot harder to want to actually use it. Alright, so we're gonna wash my brushes. I just cleaned the sink. Before we wash my brushes, I actually want to make some more hand soap because it is empty. For a while, we were buying Blue Land hand soap tablets. They're just these little like fizzy tablets that you dunk into the water and they fizzle out and make a foamy hand soap. But I got kind of fed up with Blue Land just because I found that their like reusable packaging just like didn't last. And I decided I'm just gonna try and make my own. I know I've done this in the past, a long time ago. Make my own foaming hand soap with Dr. Bronner's liquid soap. So this is the peppermint scent. I thought this would be kind of nice, especially with the holidays coming up, like peppermint kind of makes sense. So I searched Google and it told me fill a foaming soap dispenser about a quarter to a third of the way with liquid Castile soap, then top off the rest of the bottle with water. And this is the Google AI overview, so maybe we shouldn't be going off of this, but that sounds about right to me. Yeah, this totally smells kind of festive. Oh, why did it come out so weirdly? There we go. Just squeeze it in. Okay. That looks kind of gross. Warm water to it. And this time to wash my brushes, I'm actually going to use the Sigma brush cleaning mat, just because I have it. It's kind of handy. And mine has like all these white soap stains on it that just like will not come off. And it suctions to the sink, which is kind of cool. Trying to decide, should I use the liquid soap or what's left of my bar soap? I'm gonna try the liquid first just to see. I'm gonna put just like a drop on the mat. You only need a tiny bit of this. And just start working it in. Has anyone ever read the entire Dr. Bronner's bottle? I have not. I'm just curious if anybody has. Okay, that seemed to work pretty well. Really been liking this Kaleidos blending blush brush, by the way. I actually think it's replaced my BK Beauty 104. I kind of like how much more control I have with the Kaleidos one. I think it kind of makes sense to do more than one brush at a time. Yeah, like 3 at a time. So I'm doing like 3 at a time here. All with just like 1 drop of soap. Scrubbing them really well. Wow, I might have a new favorite brush cleaning method. Yeah, I kind of feel like this method is much quicker. I get so tired washing like every single individual face brush. Like with my eye brushes, I can wash like 3 at a time. But with face brushes, I usually do just 1 at a time. Which takes forever because I have, well, frankly, way too many. Alright, so I'm just trying to grab like similarly shaped brushes, like 3 at a time. Oh, actually this one. I might do a little brush declutter in this video. And I always like to turn on a YouTube video or 2 while I wash my brushes because it takes forever. So I am going to watch from Jen Phelps a video about new NYX. This massive pile of brushes is washed. I'm gonna go through all of these brushes and try to get rid of as many as I can because this is entirely too many. I do think I have found a new favorite brush washing system. I'd never done it this way before with the liquid soap and the mat, but those 2 together were incredible. So I felt like it went by so much faster. Actually, really big fan of this mat. I originally thought these mats were kind of pointless, but I don't know. I'm starting to understand. Okay, I went through and pulled out all the ones that I feel willing to part with. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of all of these. Originally, I was considering this kind of like a brushes to consider. But actually, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these because this is a nice big chunk of brushes. So I will go ahead and show you. This is a brush from Say. It's this like really dense kabuki brush. I like the brush. I've used it for like cream blushes and stuff. It's a nice brush, but it's just so big and bulky that it just takes up way too much space. I can't really fit it in my brush holder. So it's just not practical for me, but seems like a nice brush otherwise. The Alter Ego #1 brush, I wasn't as big a fan of these Alter Ego brushes that they came out with like last year. It's a really affordably priced brush set, which is awesome, but I just didn't find the quality of the brushes nearly as nice as their more recent set that has the gray handles. It's like a dupe for the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy brushes. I like those a lot better than these. So this is the #1 brush. I originally kept this to use either for bronzer or blush or powder, but this is like my third or fourth backup option. Like I'm never using this first. This is always like the one I'm using when all my other brushes are dirty, and that's what tells me I don't really like this brush that much. Like I have other powder and bronzer and blush brushes that I like a lot more. I used to love this one, but lately I just don't feel like it has a place in my routine. This is the BH Cosmetics V2 brush. It's a really nice fluffy tapered brush. This is not sold anymore. It's been discontinued for a while. I used to like this for bronzer, but now I find it a little bit too wispy. Like I need something a little bit more dense for bronzer. So just not useful for me anymore, but I did enjoy it for a while. Also gonna pass on the Sigma setting powder brush. I just have so many brushes that perform this task. It's fine for setting the under eyes, which is what I typically use it for, but again, this is kind of my last choice. I really prefer my slightly smaller tapered brushes, so this just doesn't feel necessary for me to keep. Really nice, well-made brush though. Sigma's brushes are really well made, I will give them that. This is the Sigma FO3 High Cheekbone Highlighter Brush. Again, I just don't really use this type of brush. I don't really like this size and shape of brush for highlighter. I much prefer something like this one from Eco Tools. I love this like just really fluffy round highlighter brush. These ones the ones that are like pinched in and small, I just don't really like. This one also just doesn't have that much taper to it. So just not for me. And then a bunch of eye brushes. I'm actually going to get rid of this BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A505 brush. I think this is meant to be a flat concealer brush. I just never use this type of brush. Once again, that's really my reasoning for getting rid of most of these. Like, most of these brushes are nice quality, but I just, they just don't fit into my routine, the way I do my makeup. The e.l.f. eyeliner brush. Another one that I just never use. Even when it's been like a month since I last washed my brushes, I'm looking at my brush holder. This is always one of the few that's still clean. So those are also the brushes that I'm way more inclined to get rid of because I'm obviously not using them. So what's the point in keeping them and washing them and having to let them take up space when I'm not really using them much at all. I used to use this to draw on freckles, but now I'll just use my NYX brow pen for that, so I don't really need this. Another one from Alter Ego. This is their number 10 eye brush from that same collection. This one, again, just not that impressed. I feel like the bristles are kind of stiff, a little bit, not super scratchy, but like they're just kind of stiff. And again, I just never use it. This is a flat eyeliner brush from e.l.f. I just have one from Sigma that I like better. This one's also kind of thick, whereas the Sigma one is much more thin and precise. And last but certainly not least, another Sigma brush. This is the Sigma E21 smudge brush. Another shape of brush that I just don't really find myself using. I like smudge brushes, but this one's like really tiny and really pointy and like pinched in, and I just don't really have much of a use for that. So that one will also find a new home. Wow, I'm really happy to be getting rid of this many brushes. This takes up a lot of space and it feels really freeing to let go of these. All right, it is a super rainy, gloomy fall day and it just feels like perfect soup weather. So we're gonna make some creamy tomato bisque. This is a purple carrot dinner. We love purple carrot. I'm
Love
actually
purple carrot.
yes, I'm actually a purple carrot ambassador now. So this isn't sponsored, but I do have an affiliate code with them. If you want to try them out for yourself, I will link them below. But I think you can get $30 off your first order. We love purple carrot. It's a plant-based meal delivery kit, and we have loved every single meal we've made of theirs so far.
And the directions always produce what you see on the cover as
Yes.
well. Like if you just follow the directions and look at the picture, you can make it look exactly like the picture, which I think is just so impressive, because a lot of the time meal kits and other recipes just sell you an idea of what it's going to look like, and it doesn't end up looking anything like how it's presented.
Yeah, you really feel like a chef. All right, so first we make the quinoa. All right, and then we're gonna roast the cauliflower. Huge piece.
Yeah, we're good. I'll drizzle it.
It says to add salt and pepper, but we don't have any regular pepper, so I'm gonna do this garlic and pepper seasoning, which is actually really good. It has garlic, salt, pepper, and a few other things. I make Nathan do the cutting because he's way better at it.
I enjoy cutting.
Yeah. I do not.
Ah, yeah, that's the difference.
Alright, so next we're cooking the aromatics.
Ooh, blast them out here. What do you think? Does that look good? Do you want it roasted?
Let's stir it up and roast it some more.
Yeah.
Cauliflower's looking good, just needs a little more time.
What'd you say?
You think 5 more minutes?
Yeah, 5 more minutes.
What's out there? All these leaves have fallen on our balcony in the past 2 days. We literally swept it 2 days ago and now it's covered in leaves, which I'm not complaining. I love it. B loves it too. I love watching them fall. Like, look at all those leaves out there. So pretty. We actually get to use our immersion blender for the first time in like 3 years. This is very exciting.
I knew it would come in handy!
Yes, finally. I think the last time we used it was for a purple carrot recipe too.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, the recipe says you can just pour it into a regular blender, but since we have this, we figured we would use it. So we transferred the soup into a bowl. Okay, you can hardly see the bisque because there's so much on top, but it looks so good.
Oh, I almost dumped it out. I didn't though.
Nice save.
Wow.
Mmm.
That's crazy good. I think that's the best recipe.
Really creamy, really cheesy. The whatever vegan Parmesan they put in there, you know, it looks like the kind that you would get in the little shaker bottle.
Which is just wood cellulose mostly.
Yeah, basically. So maybe that's what it is. Either way, it's really tasty. The fresh basil is such a nice touch.
Honestly, yeah, the basil's amazing. All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us. All right, so this had a chance to dry overnight. I actually went to work early this morning, so I put on a very quick face of makeup that did not involve eyeshadow because I did not have time. But I wanted to add some eyeshadow to this look because I just feel like I want to jazz it up a little bit, and I really want to test out this Revolution palette now that that shade has had a chance to dry. Do I want to try one of these creams? I kind of do. I went ahead and applied some of the Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer. Alright, let's play. I like that this does have a cover over the two cream shades to keep the powders from getting in there. Even though I think there is actually still some powder shadow in there. It's sort of glued on there, so you could, whoa, you could take it off if you wanted. It's not like an actual hard plastic door like the Patrick Ta one. You just kind of have to, but I do want to keep it there. It looks like you could just peel it off too, but the glue is kind of strong. So, oh, there's a little tap up there. Okay, cool. I am going to pick up, oh, it's coming right off. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna, it is pretty annoying to deal with. And I accidentally scraped off some powder shadow with this thing. Okay, yeah, we're not dealing with that. Oh well, this palette is definitely inexpensive compared to Patrick Ta, so guess it makes sense that they are, ooh, that's very like red, almost. Very pigmented. Wow. Okay, I think I'm gonna actually grab some of this dark brown to add to that because I'm kind of feeling like that's too red on its own. Kind of, you know what? I'm gonna go crazy and put this dark brown all over my lid. Ooh, this is looking really bad. Really curious to see how these creams perform and do they stay on? Do they crease, etc. Okay, I feel like I look really crazy right now. Maybe that was a bad idea. Oh my. I think I made a mistake. Oh my god, I didn't realize there was some on my finger. Alright, let's try to really... Wow, it's so... Oh my god, it's so creamy that it like really gets everywhere. I don't know if it sets at any point in time, but... Okay, I'm just like tapping over it. Oh gosh, but it like smears so easily. See that? Yikes. Okay, wow. So far, not having a great time with this palette. I feel like I look like a kindergartner got a hold of this palette and my face. Yikes. I guess the only thing to do is to keep blending and just hope that that helps at some point. Does this ever set, I wonder? My battery's blinking. Give me 1 second. Okay, really not liking that at all. It just looks so red and so messy. I really, like, it was really hard to control that shade, honestly. I was not trying to make it go everywhere like this, yet somehow it did. So, I don't know how or why it did that. Let's grab a mix of these two lightest matte shades and blend those in the crease and all the way up. I'm also taking a mix of those two shades down to the lower lash line. I'm kind of wanting to try the shade that we repressed. I'm just gonna tap that all over my lid, literally all the way across from inner to outer corner. This does have some really sparkly shades. I'm taking some of this shade now, this champagne glittery shade, to my inner corner. What is all over my pants, you guys? Oh, is that from when I scraped some of the shadow off? There's a ton of eyeshadow stains. I'm gonna probably put some like makeup remover on this and then wash them. Let's see. Maybe do some stain remover too, just like regular stain remover. That's crazy. I think it was when this thing scraped some of that shadow off. So yeah, all in all, not a fan of this little cream window and not a fan of those cream shadows at all. Maybe I just need to get the hang of them. Maybe that was on me, but yikes. I really hate the way that looks. I think the shimmers are really pretty. And I'm sure if I had just stuck to the powders in here, I would have liked my look a whole lot more. So anyway, good thing at least like half the palette isn't creams and it's only those two, but maybe the dark brown would make a good like eyeliner. Side note, I used this Tower 28 Get Set pink powder on my under eyes this morning, and I absolutely love it. Like, it was so blurring and smoothing to my under eyes. My under eyes look great. I wore it on top of the NYX concealer and they still look great, and this powder just looks so good on top. I feel like I need to brighten up my eyes because they look so red. So I just applied some of the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil in Silky Nude to my waterline. And then I'm going to take some of the Fenty Fly Liner in Big Truffle on my upper lash line. I love this eyeliner. I've only used it twice so far and I'm already in love with it. I received such a nice package from Lawless. It contained 5 shades of their Forget the Filler lip gloss, which is my all-time favorite lip gloss. I was so happy because I was about to buy the shade Rosy Outlook. It was like, well, I didn't end up buying it, but it was like in my cart. I'd been so close to buying it myself. And then I received it and I was so excited because I'd just been wanting this shade for so long. So this is the shade Rosy Outlook. I also kept the shade Nudie, but that one's in my purse right now. But first of all, it smells really good. Rosy Outlook really is clear, but it has just like the slightest hint of something rosy to it. I love these glosses. They're so glassy. You only need to take this applicator out once for both your lower and upper lip. Like, you do not need to dip it back in because it just gives you like the perfect amount. I just love everything about this gloss. The shade is so perfecting. Like, it doesn't have pigment to it, but there's like something almost milky to it. Let me swatch it on my hand. You can see just like the hint of pink that it has that you can also see in the container. Welcome back to my bed. I kind of like filming on here because the soft lighting is kind of nice. This lighting is different than what I had before. I don't know which is better. They're probably both not great. But here we are. So I wanted to update you guys on my project pan that I kind of wanted to loosely do for the end of the year. I picked 13 things that I wanted to finish. All of it is non-makeup. So far I have used up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 13 items. So I have 8 to go. I feel like that's, you know, doing pretty well, kind of. I don't know if I'll finish everything. But so far I have used up the Purito Daily Soft Touch Sunscreen, the Skin 1004 Sunscreen, the Isntree Onion New Pair Sunscreen that I just had like a travel size of that one. Really small, like deluxe sample, really. And the Supergoop Watery Lotion SPF. And then also the Garnier Fructis Lamellar Water. So this I've given to Nathan because I think he's gonna like this better than I do. This is the Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Moist Sun Serum. This has a very interesting, almost silicone makeup primer feel to it. It's very much a gel, and I don't know if it has silicones in it, but it goes on in that really velvety smooth way. I don't find it quite moisturizing enough for my skin, and I really prefer a sunscreen that I can just use as my moisturizer as well. So I think he's gonna like this one a lot because he really likes those lightweight gel-like sunscreens. So I'm really curious to hear what he thinks of this. I don't think he's tried it yet. Then I also want to finish the Proven Personalized Day Moisturizer SPF 30. Mine is a mineral sunscreen. Really liked this last winter, so I'm thinking I'll like it again this winter. I don't generally like zinc-based mineral sunscreens in the warmer months, but we're definitely out of the warmer months now, so I think I could try this again. That being said, my skin has been a little bit more dry than it was last winter, so curious to see if I still like this winter. This is something I don't think I will end up using up because I don't think I'm going to self-tan again this year. It's this tiny size of the Isle of Paradise tanning drops. I have just a little bit left. There's actually more than what appears in there. I think some of it is like still falling down. I think I have about 1 more use left in here, but it's probably not going to be until next summer that I use it because I'm all covered up in the winter. So I have no need to self-tan. I also wanted to finish, this came with that, the Isle of Paradise Body Moisturizer. Probably has like 1 more full body application left in it, if not maybe 2. So this I can definitely use up. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to keep these together, I could use them up together. but I can also use these Isle of Paradise drops with any lotion. It doesn't have to be this one. So I think I'll try and use this one up just to get it moved out of my life. I'm still working on the Versed Backup Plan Acne Control Body Mist. I feel like this is never ending. So this is kind of like an airless pump, except that it's a sprayer, if that makes sense. So the thing goes up as you use it up. So I have about this much left. You can't quite tell because of the label, but you can see I have just like that much left of this. But I feel like I've had that much left of this for the past like 6 months. I don't know like why it's so never ending. I mean, I think I'm getting closer to the end, but I cannot believe how long it's taking. Also, this is technically expired, but I just want to finish it, so I'm gonna try. Then I also have, this is such a silly thing I received in PR. To me, it's silly because it's just like, it seems like such an unnecessary product. It's the Maylis Be Bouncy Boob Enhancing Gel. So it's literally that, a serum that's meant for your boobies. And it smells really good, I will say that. Okay, so we are about to this point now, whereas we were like halfway down, I think, when I started working on this in September. So maybe I'll finish it this year. If not, like, I don't really care, but it's just like something that I want to move out of my cabinet because it's just taking up space and I'm tired of having so many products in there. Let me tell you. Okay, this is hilarious. So this is the EOS 24-hour moisture body lotion in the fragrance-free scent. I believe I was also about halfway through this when I started working on it as well. And once we got about a third of the way down, the pump stopped working, which is like the one gripe I have with this product. I love these body lotions so much, especially the vanilla cashmere scent. I really want to get, I saw they have some new scents for the holidays. There's like an amber one. I really want to try that one, but this is the fragrance-free version, which is nice. They also make this. The only thing I can't stand about these is that the pump stops working when you get to like here. And it's like, there's so much left in there. Like, I can understand if it stops working like here, you know, but all the way up here, like really? So anyway, Nathan decided to add water to it, thinking kind of, I guess along the same lines of like when you're running low on soap, you add water to it to make it go longer. But he did that with the body lotion, which is so funny to me. I tried to explain to him why, like, you shouldn't really do that, but he still didn't really understand the problem with it. He was like, well, there's already water in the ingredients. Like, why can't you just add more? And I'm like, I mean, I guess it's just gonna mess up the formula. It's just not meant to have water mixed into it. And he's like, I put lotion on my body when it's still wet. And I'm like, you're weird. You're weird for that. So this is his now. I'm gonna let him use this up because I don't really want to use it. Sorry. But it actually feels pretty empty now, so maybe he did go ahead and finish it for us. If so. No, there's definitely still some left in here. I did use this twice, not knowing that it had water mixed in. Before I was like, you know, the texture of this feels different than it did before. So then I asked him, like, did you mix something into this? He's like, yeah, water. Why? I'm like, what? You added water? I'm pretty sure he will be finished with this very soon. I have not been making much progress on the Tree Hut Passion Fruit Soul Body Scrub. I'm kind of tired of this scent, to be honest with you. I will use it up, but I don't know. I just haven't really been feeling the need to use body scrub that much lately. Oh, I didn't really show you how much was left. There's like a little over half of it left, I feel like. And I don't know if I'll finish this by the end of the year. I just haven't really been in a body scrub phase. But maybe if I had a more like cozy fall or winter scent, I would be more into it. Yeah, I don't know why. I wish I hadn't bought this scent, to be honest. Like, I liked it when I smelled it in the store, but I'm honestly just kind of tired of it now. I don't know, I guess it's nice. I don't know why I'm complaining so much about it. But anyway, there's one thing I want to add that I want to finish by the end of this year. I'm getting pretty close, but this I have to be done with by the end of this year. I'm so tired of this. This is the Hair Lab by Strands Nourishing Leave-In Conditioner for fine hair. So this is like supposed to be kind of like a customizable leave-in conditioner, you can like mix in other products that they make into here and create your own like custom thing. But I just have the original base, whatever leave-in conditioner is in here. I didn't add anything to it. And it's fine. It's just that this is one of the products that solidified for me that I don't really like silicone-free leave-in conditioners, hair serums, anything like that. I really just need silicones. And so I don't feel like this does a whole lot for me, but I use it anyway. And the pump on this, or the sprayer, which I use like a pump, I just spray it into my hand and then put it in my hair because it's like kind of like a cream. It's like kind of a cream consistency, you know, kind of like the leave-in conditioner normally is. So I don't really feel like a sprayer like this is really the best. But also on this, the sprayer has been like working only sporadically for the last like 1/3 of the product. But now it like barely works at all, so I just take the lid off and dump it into my hand. So anyway, I'm just tired of this, want to be done with it. I'm literally like to here. I know you can't see, but I'm literally to here. So only like that much to use up. So that's my update on these products that I want to finish up. But I will go ahead and sign off here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this reset day. I love filming these videos. They really give me the chance to feel refreshed. And especially as Vlogmas kicks off, I think this is going to be just a great way to start off this very busy season. That being said, I believe this video is going up during Vlogmas, so I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas so far. 12 uploads every day until December 1st. There's a chance there might be a day or two in there where I have to substitute with a short instead of a long, but we'll just take it one day at a time, and I am going to have fun in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Also, if you want to support my channel, I do have a Patreon and a channel membership. I offer exclusive bonus content over there every month. Huge shout out to all of my current patrons and channel members. Thank you all so much for supporting me, and I hope all of you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow in my next video. Bye!